Let's bring in the guys from Magnolia Bayou and let's chat. Here we go.
Yes.
Gentlemen, what is up?
What's up, y'all?
What's going on, man?
How are y'all doing?
Good, man. How you doing?
Good.
We're doing great.
I'm excited because I think Dylan, at least outside of Scott Keller and Dustin, this is probably your third time being on the sound, and so I think you're getting up there in the ranks of who's been on the sound the most, and Dylan's getting up there. I think it's just because we fanboy when it comes to Magnolia Bayou.
Yeah. I've been a fan since for a couple years now. I have a video. I guess if I was a good host, I would have queued that up of me recording them on my cell phone when y'all were playing Glory Bound. I think it was Glory Bound. It wasn't Leo's. I think it was already changed over to Glory Bound in Ocean Springs, like 2019, pre-COVID. You know,
Yeah.
What's that, about 40 years ago?
About 2.5, maybe.
Yeah, it seems like it was a lifetime ago, but yeah, Magnolia Bayou, y'all are from the Gulf Coast, man. I think y'all claim Gulfport. Is that right? If I remember correctly.
Correct.
That's right. And just great music, man. Y'all been putting out a ton of killer music for a while now. Great live performances, and like we let off with the commercial, y'all have a show coming up at a place that we frequent and are a part of, the Juke Joint, right?
That's right.
Tell us a little bit about that. What's that? I didn't catch the first band, Kevin. Who's going to be playing with them?
Naked Gypsy Queens.
All right. Is that going to be a good time or what, guys?
It's going to be a barn burner, man. I like to call it that.
Okay.
Yeah, I think so, man. Naked Gypsy Queens are from Nashville. They're a fantastic band. So if you've never seen them, I would definitely get out there and check out the set early.
Yeah, man.
It's going to be like it's a big pre-party for us, I guess, because we're going to be opening for Blue Oyster Cult the following night in Hattiesburg. So
nice.
The hometown crowd to come out and kind of help us celebrate and amp us up for that, because that's going to be a big deal. So
don't get us too drunk Friday night, everybody.
Yeah, that's definitely got to be a bucket list thing, right? That's a great band to be able to share the stage with. So the last time, Kevin, correct me if I'm wrong, and I know you will, the last time we had these guys on the show was what I mentioned earlier, was the live stream over at Gulf Media Collective with Joey Miller, right? Now that was what have y'all been up to since then? So give us the rundown. Obviously COVID sucked and messed everything up for everybody, but since we talked to you guys last, what have you been up to?
Traveling, man. We just we've traveled all around the country this summer. Got to go to a lot of cool places. We did like 4 dates for Buckcherry in February, which was really cool. And then since we've gone out west, we've been to Kentucky a few times, North Carolina. They have us all over the place, man. Just trying to get our reach out there and play in front of as many new people as possible.
Just trying to make the rounds, man. Spread the Southern gospel, man. Let them know what's going on.
Yeah, I got a sneaking suspicion that people are digging it when y'all are playing live.
It's quite sneaky, but yes.
So you guys, not only, I mean, you guys hit the tour with Buckcherry for a few dates and stuff like that, but you guys signed with TKO, correct?
Yes.
For your booking agency.
Yeah.
I think it was like around October of last year, somewhere around there, somewhere around the fall time.
So, and how often? So, I mean, you guys are not signed. How often does that happen to get with a booking agency the size of like TKO, being an unsigned band? How stoked are you guys to have that happen?
It's pretty good, man. Go ahead, Drew.
I was just gonna say, I'm not really sure how often it happens, but I know it was a pretty big deal for us, as a band that's really trying to expand our reach into newer markets, because that's one of the more difficult things about a band on our level is getting into those new markets, and a bigger booking agency definitely has the clout to do that for you. So that was a big deal.
Well, I know on that with TKO, some of the bands that they've got that kind of fit right in with you guys, like you guys, and Joyous Wolf is there, and so is 7 Year Witch and stuff like that. And dude, I'm gonna tell you what, it's almost like they've got that market of that style of music. If they could get you all in one freaking show, it would just be unbelievable.
Yeah. I mean, it's, and and it's really cool because we get in front of guys like Buck Cherry and then Steel Panther and stuff like that. And then and Steel Panther's not on TKO necessarily, but when we opened up for them in Grand Junction, Colorado, Mike Starr came out in his his tight pants and everything, and he was like, "Man, you guys are insane!" It was like one of the best opening bands we've ever had. Was comparing Drew to Miles Kennedy. We were all like, "What?"
Nice.
We didn't have to, and guys like that, they've done what they had to do to get to where they are, and they don't have to talk to anybody outside of the show and to make them the money that they got to make. So not everybody does that, and it was quite nice to kind of feel leveled again with some of those guys and stuff like that, because we're just four guys from Mississippi trying to make it work, and it was cool and it was humbling. It was quite nice.
Those guys are talented musicians, man. I'm a huge Steel Panther fan, and if they would have told me that, I'd have died right there and been happy with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah. I think go ahead, Kevin.
No, go ahead.
I was just going to say, to get back to your point about TKO and all the bands like us on the roster, I think TKO is probably well aware that style of rock and roll is making a pretty big comeback. So I think they're definitely building the roster and preparing for something big like that.
Yeah. Also, Betts is on our label too. Dickie Betts and the Allman Brothers. So that kind of makes me feel good.
Yeah, for sure. No, and you guys do that genre of rock extremely well. So if they're looking to pick that style, they chose the right band. I want to ask a question though about approach. We deal with unsigned artists, which you guys still are, and whether you're talking to somebody who's been in the game for a while, or hopefully what I hope is that we got some new up and coming musicians, maybe not even a band yet, maybe they're still tinkering around in their living room, bedroom by themselves, and they're gonna form a band in the next 6 months to a year. What is your advice on how they should approach? Everybody wants to be signed and everybody wants a record deal and all this other kind of stuff. Like, is that still the right approach for it? Or is getting with a booking agent like you guys did, does that still give you enough creative freedom to do what you want to do and still own the rights to your music? Like that kind of approach, like, can you speak to that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, with a booking agency, we definitely have complete freedom over our music, our art, our branding, anything of that sort. But as far as like a band that's just getting out there, we're thinking about getting out there. I think a label or anything of that sort is the last thing they should be thinking about. The most important thing when you're first getting out there is to just make as many connections as possible. If you're just starting out, man, go to open mics, talk to musicians, get their numbers, make friends, go to them every week, and do that for a while. And then when you've got enough songs in your repertoire, get out and try to do a gig and just continue to network and make connections everywhere you go and build bridges, because that's how you're going to get to the next level.
Yep. And when I was 8 years old and I first got into guitar and stuff, I was just in my living room having fun, and just never stray away from that. Always, like this guy Joe on the screen said, make music, have fun. And like Drew said, make those connections, because it just makes everything easier. Nobody knows the market quite like the people that have been in it the longest, or that are in the midway, that are trying to make the next group of musicians come about. Because I know there's guys older than us that have like lived in the scene for so long that the scene has changed some. So like talk to the people on the up and up, and then talk to the people that have been there for a little while, and then just see where those gaps are bridged, and kind of go from there, and then make it your own.
Perfect.
I like it.
What do you think, Kevin?
I'm ready to roll into the freaking music.
All right, let's do it.
So we're gonna. So as Jared says, how do you say it? You can tell us everything or tell us nothing. The song is "Train Don't Stop." Tell us a little bit about it, or tell us nothing.
Well, the song essentially is just about the struggles of being in a band in the early stages, working a 9-to-5 job to make ends meet, and just being tired of that. And so it's about committing to this lifestyle and not looking back, you know, and despite all the people that try to drag you down or stop you or get in the way, you know, the message is get on the train or get off, because we're not going to stop.
It's leaving.
Period.
There you go.
Jump on or jump off.
And
Kevin, where was this?
I was just getting ready to say this video was filmed at our great sponsor, the Juke Joint, 1911 Government Street in Ocean Springs. And this is where you can see the guys live Friday night. So let's just roll into it right now. Train Don't Stop. It's Magnolia Bayou, and you're watching the sound.
We'll escape the 9 to 5 by the skin of our teeth. Save what's left before we're blind. You know, working for a man ain't been too kind. No. Been on the run from the black and night. Suns are rising and burn with a brand new fire. Gotta move, say goodbye, say our prayers and wipe them tears from my eyes. Train stops for no one, steam rolling down the line. Train stops for no one, we're moving way too fast, ahead of our time. Well, we'll come across some people who cannot beat the heat. Can't put their money where their mouth is when they're out in the streets. Roll the dice once or twice, but they can't afford the price of the sacrifice. But all that's wrong will come to light. So just stick to your guns and your appetite. Gotta move, say goodbye, say our prayers and wipe them tears from my eyes. Train stops for no one, steam rolling down the line. Train stops for no one, we're moving way too fast, ahead of our time. This train don't stop, no, it don't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it don't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop for no one. Train don't stop, no, it won't stop. Train don't stop.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, I love the logo creeping in at the end like that too. That's killer, man. No, great song, great video. Dylan, it's still cool for me to watch you play without a pick. That trips me out every time. We were watching your video this past weekend. I had some friends over and I popped it on the TV and everybody was digging. I was like, look, he doesn't even use a pick. And they were like, what the hell? I was like, yeah, it's crazy. I don't know what he's doing, but he's doing it well. Oh, I'm sorry. I still got you muted. Hold on. I clicked it, but it didn't. Damn it.
Jesus Christ.
There it went. All right, now we're good. Yeah,
You muted.
you had yourself muted. So, fuck you, Kevin.
See, I had me muted too, so ain't no telling who actually was at fault here. So
I know who Kevin's gonna say.
We blame Jared for everything. It doesn't matter. Jared gets blamed for everything.
Anyway, yeah, it's great, man. It's really good, and I dig the song. Everything about it is great. Cedric on the holding down the drums. Where's he at tonight?
He's working, unfortunately, man. Otherwise,
Okay.
I could. I'm sure I could hop on this drum set and he'll be back home in a matter of moments.
I can respect
Get on my
that.
drum set.
Yeah. Don't touch my drums. Did you touch my drums? Yeah. He texted me the other night, man, and told me about y'all show, and I'm gonna be out of town. Otherwise, I would definitely be there. I'm pretty pissed that I'm not gonna be able to make it.
It's all good, man. We'll feel you from wherever you're at.
There you go. Kevin's gonna be there holding it down.
I will be
for
there.
us, so.
Hold it down.
So, and believe it or not, as big a fan as I am, this is going to be the first time I get to see you guys live.
Oh wow!
Other than the live stream, really.
Well,
Yeah.
yeah, but I mean, as far as like full sound, full stage, all that kind of stuff, it's going to be the first time I get to actually see you guys live. So I'm super stoked for this. So,
First time to experience the wall of sound.
That's it.
absolutely. So what's the plans for? So we know the show Friday, then Blue Oyster Cult on Saturday. What's the plans for the rest of 2021 rolling into 2022?
We're not. I mean, we're gonna be slowing down and kind of gearing up for a big 2022. I think we have a lot of new music, and we have the capacity to record our own demos now. So we are spending a lot of time writing, rehearsing, recording, and kind of refining everything. That way, if the time comes next year and it is time to cut a new album, we're going to be ready. And we're certainly going to be prepared to go on the road for any tour, touring at any capacity. So just loosening or tightening all the loose bolts, I guess.
Yep. Just
I like it.
ready for the ship to sail, and we're just kind of making sure all the wood's good for it.
I like it. Kevin, what do we have queued up? Did we want to go another video, or what's the timeline looking like?
Well, I mean, we had them till about 8:30. We got about another 5 minutes or so. So we got another video queued up if you want to do Preaching Blues.
Yeah, I think it's definitely a damn good song. Let me get it pulled up here, Kevin.
So we can actually talk about it real quick if you want.
I like the history of this song, or the story of the song, because this song is actually a cover, correct?
Yes.
So give a little backstory of how far back this song goes.
So it was actually recorded in the 1920s, late 1920s, by a guy named Sunhouse, also from Mississippi. But he was a preacher, but he was also a drunk. And like during his show, he would preach the blues, and this song's got like, I want to say 40 different verses or something like that. But he's preaching the blues, and he's talking about all this stuff that happens, and he's also kind of talking not necessarily negatively about the church, but just about like some of the stuff that happens. Like you see one sister jumped up and talking about corn liquor and stuff like that. Talking about how everybody's human. And just preaching the blues, man. Everybody gets down, but it's church.
Yeah, it's funny. Like Dylan said, there's a lot of in the original song. There's a lot more verses, and anybody that's done a cover of this song kind of cherry picks the verses that they want to use. So everyone's version is just a little bit different.
Mm-hmm.
All right, well, let's jump into it. I've heard this song. It's a banger. Y'all are gonna dig it. If it's your first time here in Magnolia Bayou, you're in for a treat, man. Let's jump right on into it. Here we go.
Ladies and gentlemen of the congregation, I beg of you to open your hearts and minds this morning and listen to the words of the sermon I've prepared for you. Everyone, it is time for you to get right with God.
Some religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. I'm gonna get me some religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church. You know I wanna be a Baptist preacher, so I wanna have to work. One sister jumped up, she began to shout. One sister jumped up, she began to shout. Deacon jumped up, said, sister, why don't you hurry? No, you drink on liquor, and your lies are hungry musty. Wish I had a heaven of my own. I wish I had a heaven of my own. You know I give all of my women long and happy home. I'm gonna get me some religion. I'm gonna join the Baptist church.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, and oh yeah.
All I can
Great
say.
song.
Yeah, I loved it. I was catching up and I went over. So I'm looking at a screen here, and I went back over to the Facebook screen to see some of the comments and some of the notification. I just got to sit there and do this the whole time. It was great. I love it.
Yeah, that slide on that riff is killer, man.
Thanks, man. Oh, another thing. I was thinking about this while the video was playing. I always think of stuff after the fact. But one way we went about recording this, at least as far as we recorded through as much vintage stuff, as much stuff as we could to kind of replicate that sound. I remember I had an old like Sears Silvertone style guitar with these like gold foil pickups, which guys like Howlin' Wolf and Muddy Waters used to use stuff like that. And I had a loud Marshall we were using, and just no pedals, just guitar, lead, amp, and just crank it as much as you can without feedback in the drums, and just get it, man.
Hey, dude, got it. You got it. That slide riff reminds me of little like White Stripes Ball and a Biscuit, if you know that song.
Yeah, man.
It's got that vibe, dude. I love it, man. I'm a huge fan of that as well. So guys, we're big fans here at The Sound. We love what y'all are doing. It's going to be a great show Friday night. People that are watching on the live stream, and if you're catching this before Friday night, go check them out at the Juke Joint. It's going to be a great show, and you're not going to want to miss it, man. I can tell you right now. Go check them out when you can still get that close to them, because it may not be too many more months and years, and you may have to stand behind a big barricade to be able to see them play live. So.
Can't wait.
Well, we're not at the Coliseum.
That's it. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Guys, thank you so much for joining us, and I will get the pleasure of seeing you guys Friday night.
Jared doesn't get to.
Hey, I got videos proving how close I was.
It's okay. Everybody will just flood your messages and tell you how bad you missed out. And
yeah, Kevin better get some good video too. I'm gonna be pissed.
That's why I bought the damn phone I did.
There you go.
Yeah. Traitor.
Grateful for you, man. We're supporting y'all just as much as y'all support us, man. So we appreciate, somebody in our hometown, doing something that y'all are doing, and keeping great music alive and helping us do the damn thing. I appreciate that.
It's our pleasure for sure. I think Kevin can second that.
Yes. Second.
Yep. Second. Yeah. But yeah, guys, we appreciate y'all's time tonight, and keep doing what you're doing. Y'all can hear them on the Sound 228 radio app. Look right up here. Just download it now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play. Magnolia Bayou, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. Friday night, Juke Joint. See you
Come
there.
out or don't. You'll miss out.
Or don't. I love it. All right. Y'all have a good night, guys.
All right,
See y'all later.
Thank you, man. Take it easy.
Y'all.